Hello, I'd like to give a little review of my night last night at the Wisconsin State Fair, which is not too far from my house, around 12 blocks. And had an interesting evening there yesterday. Saw a different type of concert I've been wanting to see for a while. I actually saw a tribute band perform last night. And it was a Journey tribute band called Resurrection, as you could see from the shirt that I'm wearing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a concert I've been meaning to see for a while because this band Resurrection, a Journey tribute, has been to the Wisconsin State Fair the last few years, and for whatever reason, I couldn't go, and circumstances finally this year allowed me to go see these guys, and I'm glad I did. I first discovered them uh, going through YouTube, and I saw a few of their shows on YouTube, and I'm like, boy, if I ever get the opportunity, I want to see this band, and so glad I did. As I said, the show was amazing. Um, there were around 150 to 200 people in this little outdoor makeshift amphitheater that they set up at the fairgrounds. And again, it might as well have been 15,000 people, um, because it felt like a concert. It felt like a regular concert by a artist that recorded the music that was being performed, if you know what I mean. But onto the show itself, they played a lot of the Journey hits. They played all of them, of course. Don't Stop Believin', Open Arms, Who's Crying Now, Wheel in the Sky, Faithfully, almost any Journey hit that you can think of. Um, they played. Uh, they even played a couple of songs that I've never heard Journey play live when I saw them. One of them was one of my favorite uh, Journey songs off Raised on Radio called The Girl Can't Help It. They played the title track for Raised on Radio. Matter of fact, they're calling this tour they're on now the Raised on Journey tour, where they, I wouldn't say necessarily showcase because they played 3 songs from it, but they bring attention to the album. And they played as I said, they played the title track, Raised on Radio, The Girl Can't Help It, I'll Be Alright Without You, and there's maybe one other I can't think of from that album they might have played. No, I don't think that's no, I don't no. That song I'm thinking of is not on there. But in a lot of ways, this band, I got the Journey vibe of Journey in their heyday from this band than I got from Journey itself when I've seen them play, with Steve Augeri on the vocals the first couple of times I saw him, and also Jeff Scott Soto. But this singer, Ryan Christopher, it, I mean, it just blew me away how much he nailed Steve Perry. They even did a Steve Perry solo song. They did "Oh Sherry," and again, like with the Journey stuff, he was right on the money with that song. The instrumentation was spot on. The background vocals were spot on. It was just a marvelous night, and they're out of the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my uncle Doug, I know you'll probably watch this. Whenever when I'm down in Nashville again, if they're playing a show at the spot they usually play in Nashville, I highly recommend you go with me. I think you'll enjoy it. You went with me that one time to see Journey with their replacement singer for Steve Perry. So I think you would enjoy this, if not as much, if not more. I think I enjoyed this show more than I have enjoyed the Journey shows I've been to, actually. And I mean, it was, some of you might have, who are friends with me on Facebook, might have saw my post like, I feel like I've just been to a Journey concert when technically I wasn't. If I was, walking by the stage and not aware of who was on the stage, I'd be like, that's Journey. Some people might have been, I don't know, but it was a great time. I got all the feelings I've gotten when I've heard Journey, those Journey songs of, like Separate Ways, for example, makes me think about things in my past. Open Arms, I got all the same vibes I usually get from those songs when I listen to them on CD or vinyl or whatever, or when I heard Journey themselves perform it. Those of you who are Journey fans, if you hear of this band, Resurrection, a Journey tribute coming to a fair, a bar, whatever, I highly recommend you go. And a disclaimer, I have not been endorsed. The band's not endorsed this video or paid me to do it. But those of you interested to find out if they may be coming around or maybe get a sample of what they sound like, go to their website, notjourney.com. And you'll learn all about them. In some ways, I feel I'm just as big a fan of theirs as I am Journey. So there's my little tired ramblings about it. And the show also afforded me to get a pickup of a vinyl. They actually have a vinyl out. So along with this shirt I'm wearing, I picked up this Raised on Journey vinyl of theirs. Recorded on this Raised on Journey tour they're on. The tracks that are featured on this are Separate Ways, which they played last night. Faithfully, they played last night. Lights, they played last night. One disappointment is the track on here, Mother Father. They didn't play last night. And if you remember, I did a video on that song a few months back. I was hoping they would have played that. They did not. Any Way You Want It, they played. Let off the show with that one. Who's Crying Now, they played. Ask the Lonely, they played. Wheel in the Sky, they played. And there's a download card in here, which I'm going to have to be careful not to lose when I open this, that the lady at the merch stand said the download has 13 more songs than the vinyl has on it. So maybe Stone in Love is on that. Take a look at this thing. Feels like 180 gram vinyl. I feel the download card in the jacket. I'll just leave the download card in there. Doesn't look like a polylined sleeve and plain black vinyl. But anyway, I have thoroughly enjoyed myself last night. It was just like seeing Journey. It really was. Like I stepped in a time machine, went back to the Escape tour and saw them, because they everything I've seen from footage of those concerts like the Live in Houston thing that they have a DVD of. And I've seen some of that on YouTube. The singer's stage mannerisms and everything was, along with his vocals, were dead on Steve Perry. His mannerisms on stage and everything were dead on Steve Perry. So, again, I felt like I got transported back to when I was 10 years old, and Open Arms and Don't Stop Believin' were on the radio every 15 minutes. And Who's Crying Now. Again, if those of you who might be interested in finding out more about Resurrection: A Journey Tribute, check out notjourney.com, Resurrection: A Journey Tribute on Facebook. I think if you're a Journey fan, you won't be disappointed by Resurrection: A Journey Tribute. I sure wasn't. Thoroughly enjoyed myself last night. So anyway, those of you who stuck with this video this long, I thank you for watching. Comment below. If you feel free to ask me anything you might want to know that I may not have mentioned on here. Or just say hi, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna probably take a nap. I'm fried. The last 2 days have had me fried between going to the fair yesterday, events of the day before. I'm running on fumes here, but and I get to go to the fair all over again on Sunday for another concert, which I'll talk to you about. That's in my last video that I mentioned is not a rock show. And more than likely, my Uncle Doug, who I've mentioned in this video, will be on that review with me talking about that show, because he'll be attending it with me. Anyway, everybody enjoy your day. And until I talk to you again, enjoy the music.